Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. He didn't leave much to ma and me, just his old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him 'cause he run and he hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did, before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laugh from a lot of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and not get red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. So I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I roamed from town to town just to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and the stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and the bars, and I'd kill the man to give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at the table just dealing stud was that dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my sweet old dad from a worn-out picture that my mama had. I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, "Hey, my name's Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, just a kicking and a gouging and the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. Well, he kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he stood there looking at me, and I swear I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, it's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd either have to get tough or die. It's the name to help to make you strong. Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm that son of a bitch that named you Sue." I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa and he called me his son. I came away with a different point of view. Well, I think about him every now and then, every time I fight and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him, I don't know, Bill, Bob, George, anything but Sue. I hate that name.